This is Friday, June 24th, 2022. And now it looks like it might be moving day. It actually looks like it might be moving day. But honey, let me tell you, see what happened was...
Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. My name is Lamar along with my lovely wife Angie, and you read that title right. Today we're going to take you back to June 2022 when we packed up our family in our minivan and embarked on an unforgettable road trip from Brandywine, Maryland all the way down to Querétaro, Mexico, deep in the heart of central Mexico.
It'd been a long process to get to this day, and it was finally here. Honestly, I've been dreaming and talking about moving abroad for about 10 or 11 years prior to this point. But ultimately, Lamar was right. The timing wasn't right back then. But who knew it would take a whole global pandemic and a series of significant life changes to change his mind? And on this day, just 4 months earlier, we were walking out of the Mexican consulate in Washington, D.C. with 4 temporary residency visas in hand, and the countdown to leave everything we'd ever known behind had begun.
Yeah, it was real stressful, but it was still an exciting time for us. We had to downsize a 4,000 plus square foot home, ship some treasure belongings ahead of us, hold an estate sale, sell, donate, or trash the rest, and figure out how to get our butts to Mexico during the 6-month visa time period. It was a lot, but driving our minivan to Mexico was the perfect way to kickstart our adventure living abroad.
And baby, let me tell you, it was quite the adventure. Picture this: our 2 teenage kids and 2 fur babies in a minivan packed to the brim with a carrier on top containing all our luggage and essential belongings to get us started on our new life. We were like a traveling circus.
But we were determined to drive to Mexico because, as temporary residents, we could keep our foreign-plated car, which we knew we would definitely need for our daily life in Mexico.
The overall trip took us about 4 days, driving during the day only and stopping at night in pet-friendly hotels to get some rest, and then continue driving the next day. The added bonus was it gave us a chance to let the kids see more of the U.S. than they'd ever seen before.
Our first overnight stop was in Knoxville, Tennessee. We arrived there tired but excited after a long day of driving, and guess what?
What?
Did you know that Knoxville is home to the iconic Sun Sphere? It was built for the 1982 World's Fair and offers breathtaking, panoramic views of the city. Knoxville is also known for its vibrant music scene, Southern hospitality, and Southern cuisine.
Vibrant music scene, huh? Well then, that reminds me, you owe me a dance, because we didn't have much time to explore or really eat some of that delicious Southern cuisine before we had to hit the road again the next morning. The kids and the pups were real troopers though, and our old man Lucky proved to still be our road dog.
Yeah, he was. Both dogs were. From Knoxville, we continued our journey southward and made our way to the vibrant city of New Orleans, Louisiana.
Now that was a place I really wished we could have spent more time in. Our oldest daughter, Vanessa, was actually there already doing a house sit in the French Quarter, and it was nice to be reunited with her for a brief visit. Remember the last time we were there? Just the 2 of us?
Yeah. We had an amazing time exploring the famous French Quarter, with its lively atmosphere, classic architecture, and rich cultural heritage.
And let us not forget about the muffalettas, shrimp po' boys, and the beignets from Café du Monde. Laissez le bon temps rouler. Yeah, baby.
Okay, calm down. Unfortunately, we couldn't explore it as much as we wanted since we had a tight schedule to stick to.
Yeah, we did.
So we got up early the next day, and the plan was to drive to our next stop, which was in Houston.
But you were on your good foot that day because we made it all the way from New Orleans to Laredo, Texas before the sun went down. Now, Laredo is right on the U.S.-Mexico border, and it was an important crossing point for us.
That was the first time for the both of us that we had been that close to the Mexican border, and you definitely get a feel from the local shops and architecture that we were in a border town.
And since we had to go through customs and the immigration process, and we weren't sure how much time that was going to take, we decided to stop overnight in Laredo to get some rest and cross the border first thing in the morning, which was on a Monday.
You remember what happened when we got to the border?
Do I? I was a nervous wreck, but I was ready though. I had all our passports, visas, birth certificates, car title, car registration, car ownership paperwork, dog vaccinations, dog vet paperwork. You name it, I had it. I was playing no games, you heard? I had heard horror stories from some folks on Facebook and YouTube talking about the tough time they had at the border, so I came prepared.
The inspection dude waved us into a parking bay and came to the driver's side window and asked for my ID and asked me to get out of the car.
I was like, oh snap, here we go.
He then looks over at Candy and says, Chihuahua. When we got to the back of the van, he asked me to open the hatch. He pointed to our son's duffel bag and asked me to open it and said, "Are these all your clothing and belongings?"
We said yes.
And then he said, "Have a nice day." And that was that.
I know, right? That was it. Months and months of worry, and it lasted only
5 minutes tops.
Right?
Once we crossed the border, we had to stop at immigration to let them know that we had entered the country, and we had to pay for our tip for the van.
Yeah. The TIP, temporary import permit, is the document that allows temporary residents to drive a foreign-plated car in the country. In our excitement to get to the border, we completely forgot we had to stop at an ATM and exchange our dollars for some Mexican pesos in order to pay the tip. Fortunately for us, we had some leftover pesos from our family trip in Mexico the year before.
It was a beautiful day and the roads were clear. We didn't run into any police activity. Since we got through the customs early, we were going to keep driving and get as close to Querétaro as we could.
We got as far as San Luis Potosí, Mexico, when the sun started to go down. And even though it was getting late and we were tired from all the driving, we could sense the beauty of the place. San Luis Potosí is known for its colonial architecture and rich history. I hope to visit again someday and really explore all that it has to offer.
The hotel suite we got in San Luis Potosí was nice.
Really nice. A 2-bedroom suite. So nice, in fact, that we decided to stay an extra night.
That extra day of rest did me some good because I was tired.
Me too. And it gave the news junkie in me some time to tune in to the January 6 hearings.
So finally, we made it to Querétaro. By God's grace, we did it.
For me, it was a moment of sheer joy. Back in the States, during the most stressful of moments, during the whole downsizing, purging, and packing process, I kept imagining what this moment would feel like, and it would always get me through. And now, here it was at last. It felt surreal. And although we didn't have the chance to explore our new city because we had to drive straight to the airport to catch our flight for a meetup date with the Exodus Summit crew in Cancun, we could still see the beauty of our new home and the warmth of its people as we drove through.
And let me tell you, we haven't looked back since. Querétaro has been an amazing place to start our new life. The people are friendly, the weather is incredible, and the city is just full of charm. We couldn't be happier with our decision.
One of the best things we ever done.
Absolutely. And you know what? I can already tell you, we aren't going back.
Oh my, oh my.
See, even though we didn't get to fully experience the sights and the sounds of these incredible places, the journey itself was an experience we'll cherish forever. It taught us to appreciate the little moments together and to be grateful for the opportunity to create new life in Mexico.
So to all of you out there who are considering taking a leap of faith and starting anew, we say go for it. Embrace the adventure, even if you don't know the final destination and can't see all the sights along the way. The journey is what shapes us and makes the destination all the more special.
Thank you for joining us on this trip down memory lane. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and share your own stories of starting anew in the comments below.
Yes, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel if you want to see more of our adventures in Mexico. We have so much more to share with you. So until next time, fellow travelers, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.